Okay, here's a look at Mechanic Studios MS-29 Falcon. So here's just a quick look at the figure. Really nice looking legend scaled Springer. So now first, as always, let's take a quick look at the box. From the box you get a really nice artwork there. Back of the box you get the product images with the accessories that it comes with. Side of the box you get the robot mode showing off the accessories. Other side you get that nice artwork. Top of the box you get the line art there. Bottom words and stuff. So that's a look at the box. And now here's a closer look at the figure, and you could see this is a really nice looking figure. I mean, just look at that head. Very nicely sculpted, very cartoon accurate. I mean, they even sculpted in all this detail that's very cartoon accurate. So let's do this. Let's compare this with the animation model so we can see how well they captured the cartoon aesthetics. So you could see for the most part they did a nice job. Little things here like the yellow square is not accurate, but it's probably due to the size of the figure and the transformation. And then the back, you could see, you know, they did the best that they could. So yeah, I think they did a really nice job on this figure. So in terms of articulation, the head is on a ball joint, so it can go up, down, all around. Shoulders, same thing. So it has your typical, you know, articulation, but do need to point out you don't get a wrist rotation. You do get a waist swivel, but no ab crunch. Legs can go out to the side, front and back, knee bend. You get ankle rocker and slight foot toe tilt up and down. So good amount of articulation as well. It looks really nice, nicely sculpted, well proportioned. Now in terms of the accessories, you do get his blade, obviously, which turns into a sword. And just being nitpicky here, but the blade is not green like it should be, but the sword is gray. And you do get that missile thing, but you could see it's not painted, and that's something I noticed with Mech Fans Toys. They do a lot of nice things with the figure, but they're not willing to dish out a little bit more on the paint. And then this is unfortunate, but you do get this adapter for a display, but you don't get a display stand, so this doesn't really help out at all. I don't even know what kind of display stand it uses either, so but that's what you get with the accessories. And then of course the instructions. This is a big mess. You get 3 sheets, 3 colored sheets, which you know, I do go over these things. First of all, these are not numbered, so that's not done very well. But you can see, you know, transformation. I do like the colored images. And the transformation is not all that hard. It's very intuitive, I'll say that. And I had fun figuring out how to transform this figure all on my own. So that's just letting you know that this is not a hard figure to figure out how to transform. So that's the other thing you get. You don't get a bio card or anything like that, so that's kind of unfortunate. And now let me just explain a few things here. First of all, I was not intending to collect season 3 figures at all, but because I got the New Age RC, I just had to get it. You know, when I carefully looking at these two together, I mean, they look pretty good together. It's just, I think RC might be just a little bit too small. And then this RC just looks way better. The quality just looks too good. I mean, the materials of the plastic and stuff like that. So I decided to get the Dr. Wu version, which is not as good as New Age in my opinion. But there are definitely some good things about this figure in terms of the design. But I did have to custom paint it. Even this is a good time to see how bad I did on painting her lips. But yeah, they didn't dish out the paint here in the top here, the white. I painted it pink so I could put the Autobot symbol there. But anyways, this one seems to scale a little bit better. And then it started getting out of control, so then I figured, you know, I might as well get the Mech Fans Toys Wreck-Gar and then the Hot Rod, and I'm thinking about getting the Cup so that I have the other characters. But Ultra Magnus, I have the New Age version, which goes really nice with their New Age RC. But since I have all the Mech Fans Toys, Mechanic Studios, I did order the Mech Fans Toys Ultra Magnus from TF Direct, which they still have not sent to me. So that's just explaining to you why I'm getting this, because like I said, I was not planning to get this at all. But you know, because I have the other figures and this figure does look really nice, I think this is really cool. And yeah, I kind of don't regret it. The plastic quality is not as good as like New Age or even Magic Square. And by that I mean that this is kind of hard plastic, so if you're not careful with manipulating it, you might actually crack it. And so you just have to be careful with this figure, or with all of other Mech Fans Toys figures. You just have to be careful when manipulating it. But other than that, just look at this. This is a really nice looking figure. So with that said, let's go ahead and transform this into his vehicle mode and take a look at that. Okay, here's a look at the vehicle alt mode, and here's just a close-up look at the figure. And you could see it's not perfect. I mean, it looks okay. It's pretty close for the most part. The spoilers back here are reversed. It should be rotated 180, but it doesn't do that. And you know, the back, it looks okay. Yeah, but for the most part, I think this looks pretty good. Does capture a lot of the cartoon aesthetics, and like I said, for what it is, being a Legends scaled figure, I think they did a pretty nice job. So let's just take a closer look at the nicely sculpted detail. What I find really interesting is they actually took the time to sculpt in like all these details that are very cartoon accurate, but due to the small size of the figure, the way it transforms and stuff, some other parts are not perfect. But like I said, for the most part, I think they did a pretty good job. So now let's transform it into its helicopter mode and take a look at that. Okay, here's a look at his helicopter mode, and here's just a quick look at it. It's not 100% accurate to the cartoon, such as the blades not being green or this tail not being green, but you know, that's understandable. But the bigger issue is the shape and proportion of this. I don't think this looks very good in my opinion. It's just way too long here. The tail's way too long, and this just might be my copy, but the tolerances here are not very good. You could see these little pointy things, they don't really lock in, and that's something that they could have easily fixed by just putting a little nub in there, which then just snaps into place like that, but they didn't do it. And the same thing here, they could have probably done something to fix it because it doesn't really stay like that. So yeah, that's just might be just my copy. I might have got a bad copy, but this part I do think it is an issue. But other than that, again, for what this is, being a Legends scaled figure, it looks okay. Definitely better than their first version, I will say that. And I do like the colors. And again, the attention to all the nicely sculpted details that they add. These stripes and stuff. It's kind of interesting. So they made some effort to sculpt in the cartoon accurate details, but you know, it does lack in some paint, and you know, the way it's designed, you know, you just have to take it for what it is. But anyways, that's a look at the alt mode. And oh, I gotta point this out. You do get this adapter, which you can easily tap in here. But unfortunately, it does no good because you don't get a stand. And I'm not sure what kind of stand that this does require. But yeah, you do have an adapter. And if you have a stand, you can... That would be nice, man. It's just they didn't give you that. So that's kind of unfortunate. But anyways, let's look at the helicopter mode. So now let's go ahead and transform it back to robot mode and have our final thoughts. Okay, my final thoughts on this figure. For what it is, being a Legends scaled figure, they did a really nice job on it. And by that I mean all the nicely sculpted in detail, which is very cartoon accurate. It's not 100% perfect, but you can see they did a really nice job sculpting it, such as that head there. Very cartoon accurate. Now in terms of the design of the transformation and the alt modes, well, yeah, that's understandable for, you know, being a Legends figure and being a triple changer as well. And so all things considered, I think they did a really nice job. I mean, I really like it down to even the colors and stuff. But aside from that, I think this is a figure that you definitely need to have if you're collecting the Season 3 Legends figure. And especially if you have the RC, either one, the whether it's the RC by New Age, which you know, it's a little bit small, but it does look really nice. You know, with all the nicely sculpted proportions to make her look very feminine. The materials, the plastic, very premium looking. But the Dr. Wu version, which I kind of customized a little bit, is a little bit taller and I think scales a little bit better. But either one, you could see here, they look really good together. And the bigger thing is how well does it scale with some of the other Season 3 Legends figures. So you could see how this looks. I don't have the cup, and so I'm still thinking about if I should get that one. And I'm still waiting for TF Direct to send me the Ultra Magnus. But in the meantime, I do have the New Age version, which these two look good. And really looking forward to the Blur. And then, of course, you're going to be missing Wheelie. But you could see right here, if you're collecting Season 3, this is, as of right now, this is a must-have. So who knows, maybe New Age is going to come out with their Springer and maybe some of the other Season 3 figures. But for the most part, this, you know, this is a really nice figure. There's a lot of positives to it. It's not 100% perfect, like I said, but for what it is, Legends figure, triple changer, I think they did a great job. So yeah, in terms of recommendation, if you're collecting Season 3, I do, you know, recommend getting this figure. So that's my final thoughts and my review on the Mech Fans Toys Springer.
That was close.
Believe it or not, this is the fun part.